Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first episode of Commissioner's Corner. I'm your Commissioner, Ryan Anderson. With us today, Captain of the Sultans of Swat, Tim Sawruk. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
First things first here, we're going to get a couple important dates that the stickball community should be aware of. Next Thursday, March 28th, the captain keeper, 5-player keepers are due.
I'm ready to roll, baby.
All right. The next important date is the draft, which is always an exciting event for the stickball community. Soon following the draft, we will have a league schedule coming out so everybody can mark their calendars.
Sounds good.
We're going to get right into it here. Tim, we got a lot of new members signed up for the league this year. Why don't you just, looking at the roster, why don't you tell us what you think, first thing that stands out to you?
All right. Seems like there's a whole handful of new guys coming in. Bunch of homebred guys there, like Joey Reese.
Joey Reese. How about that?
He grew up in Fountain Hill.
Yeah, he's anxious to start the league.
I like to see him coming out. Can't wait to get him on the field. Another one, the batting glove bandit, Michael Broughton.
Wow, batting glove bandit.
Yeah.
I think that's a new nickname.
Only one of the guys that uses the batting gloves in the league, I think.
Yep.
Anybody else? Justin Rivera, collegiate athlete.
Little League World Series almost made it.
Yep.
It's been a while since he was on the field.
That is correct,
but it should be interesting.
I think it's like riding a bike once he gets back out there.
All right.
There you go.
All right. So off that new league members, there's reports coming out from league reporters that the home run king of the league last year and one of your key contributors, John Trescott, has declined to sign up. Let's get your thoughts on that. And can you confirm that report?
I can confirm that he is out. John Trescott will not be returning.
Wow.
He has other obligations that's going to make him hold back from joining the team again.
How will that affect? Can you go into detail here? How will that affect? Now you don't have to tell us who you're keeping, but how will that affect your keepers? Are you going to go more with power in the draft? I mean, that's a huge 4 spot in the lineup that you're going to miss.
Yeah, I fully understand that. I'll be honest with you here. He was one of my 5 keepers, but now I have a new slot, so it's going to bring a big dilemma in my organization. I'm going to have to find one more keeper. Actually, let me ask you on a side note. If I kept only 4 players, could I draft one more?
Well, I'll answer that for the stickball community as well. We have a meeting coming up this Thursday, which is also the keeper date, and we are going to talk about that because there's some talk between the captains. Some players might not want to stay. We might have a minimum of 4. It's yet to be determined and finalized, but this Thursday that will be final and everyone will be aware. So that's coming soon.
Sounds good.
Let's move on from that now. I mean, that hurts you big time, I think.
It does.
But you have a lot of returning talent regardless of John. Wayne Cranko, he's on the mound.
Dominant pitcher there.
You got some young guys. I don't know who you're going to keep. Rocco wasn't able to play a lot last year because of football. Could you go into some detail about your draft strategy?
Yeah,
are you going to go young? You guys are kind of older. You got Mike Zumas, you got Kyle McCall, yourself. You guys are up there in age. I mean, you still got a lot of career left, but just can you go into detail a little bit?
Yeah, I don't want to go too into detail about what I'm going to do. But looking at my draft strategy, I'm looking for long-term investments and people that are ready to go. I want people to step on that field and just ready to roll with whatever.
Fair enough. Are you going to look to supplement that offensive power, or are you going to go for more defensive players? I mean, is there going to be a balance there?
That's a good question. I think this year we're going to look to go with small ball. It seemed like last year a lot of teams
all right. That doesn't sound like Tim.
It's a new strategy going on. It's going to be a little revealing for the 2013 season.
Well, all right, we've talked enough about the future. Let's talk about your run last year. The Sultans of Swat, you guys got off to a rough start. I think the Cucumbas, blew you out of the water opening day. I'm not sure on this, but you might have been off to an 0-3, 1-2 start. You guys turned it around at the end of the year and were able to make a push for the Labuda Cup Championship Series. You ended up beating the Cucumbas. Now, what were the keys to that run? Can you speak on that?
Yeah, we did start off with a really rough start. We were dealing a lot of egos. People wanted to play certain positions. And it took us a while to figure out who belonged where. But eventually, we got together. We got hot towards the end of the season, and that's what brought that one home for us.
All right. Now, there was a play at the last play of the championship series. I'll describe this for you. Luke Amir Bey, they call him Agent 63, what do you want to tell him? He was about to make a play, but it ended up saving the game. Go ahead.
I'll elaborate on that. It was 2 outs, last inning of the championship game. It was a little routine pop fly to second base. I was playing right field in the sand, which is pretty tough. And
in the sand.
Championship game, I pretty much want to put it on my back. And
yeah, I think you slid right into him, took him out.
Yeah, I came flying.
You're able to recover.
Came flying in. I took out Amir. He dropped the ball, but we had great backup by Kyle McCauley, who picked up and made a great heads-up play and got the final out at second base. And the celebration was on from there.
That was fun.
That was awesome.
Now, the Labuda Cup physical trophy.
Can't wait to touch that thing.
Yes, it's been a process.
Yes.
It's not yet complete, however, it's getting there. We have the plaque is done. Tim, you seen it? Do you want to give the fans out there a little bit of?
It's a beaut. Rome wasn't built in a day. When this thing comes in, it's going to be a gem. I'm going to dump some Wheaties in it. I'm going to have a big breakfast.
Now this cup, it's going to be a traveling cup. So this season, it should be done by draft time. We'll have a little ceremony of some sort. We're going to let Tim hold on to that cup till the end of the season this year.
It'll be in precious hands.
And now, are you willing to make any predictions for this year? Any guarantees as far as your team goes, or any other teams, really?
Well, based off last year, I predicted to go undefeated, and that didn't go. It didn't work out too well. So I think this year.
Optimism is nice.
Yeah. A lot of confidence in my players and my team, but I think this year I'm going to keep quiet and let our game speak for ourselves.
Okay. Now, last year we had some awards. We had MVP, of course, went to Nick Johnson. We had All-League, Golden Glove, Silver Slugger. There's a new award being introduced this year.
I didn't hear about this.
Rookie of the Year award.
Okay.
Only available to new members in the league. Are you willing to make a prediction here on that, or do you want to wait till the draft? Or?
I can got one off the top of my head. Justin Rivera.
Wow. Okay. I have one more question for you. I didn't prep him on this, so this might catch him off guard now. Colin Hutchinson and Zach Lagoa, they both finished with the worst record in the year. They'll flip for the first pick in the draft. Now, 2 high prospects this year are Justin Rivera and Shane Hutchinson. If Colin Hutchinson gets that pick, he's got a tough decision to make. His brother, his flesh and blood, Shane, or the talented athlete of Justin Rivera. Number 1, what do you think Colin's going to go with? And number 2, if you were in that position, who would you take?
This is actually a big dilemma. I would hate to be in either one of their shoes. Obviously, family comes first. So, Colin Hutchinson, mark my words, will take his brother Shane. They can carpool together, whatever they want to do. And that's just going to cause a big dilemma for the rest of the draft. A lot of open slots.
Yeah,
you never know what's going to happen.
It's sure to be a storyline, not only now, but going into the future and into the season. Now, one more question for you. If you weren't a manager, a captain, there's 3 other managers in this league. Which one would you prefer to play for? Zach Lagoa, the young guy, Joey Martin, or the general, Colin Hutchinson?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Tough question, I know, but I'm putting you on the spot here.
Jeez, I don't want to lose any friends over here. I'll probably go with the young gun.
Oh, yeah?
Martin. Yeah.
Can you elaborate why?
He's an exciting player.
It's a fair choice.
I know him on and off the field, and we get along well, and I think we would work well together.
All right, well, that's going to do it for the first episode of the Commissioner's Corner. Tim, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks
It's been a blast. And once again, the Fountain Hill Stickball Network, check us out on YouTube. Thanks for showing up.